Goodwin, Ryan Curl, and Jeddah Robinson. This is the MMA On Show.
I think that's probably fair. He shot it like straight at him.
Right.
He hit the shit out of it, to be fair.
Kicked the shit out that ball.
He
though.
really did.
Did the keeper
fucking
think it was
calves?
going a different direction though?
It was probably swerving and shit. That was my guess. And he just
Dog,
like,
you see fucking the calves on Jack
he hit
Grealish?
it into the goal.
Nigga kicked the leather off that bitch, bro.
He's got big legs, bro. Big legs. You know what else got big legs? This new MMA promotion.
That was whack.
I like this.
That was whack as fuck.
No, it was perfect. Welcome to the MMA Unshow. We're getting straight into it. I clicked on the inbox instead of the notes. It's not what I wanted. So one thing that I had for us to talk about last week when I was sick was the Holyfield Belfort Silva Ortiz thing. I kind of don't care now is the thing.
Dude, Anderson punched the shit out of that nigga, dog.
He really did.
I get that memory for the rest of my life. I'm so happy.
You know what's crazy is it didn't even look like he hit him that hard to me. It was the weirdest. I could not believe.
Yeah, it looked fake.
How sleepy he was versus how much effort Anderson put in.
I think it was fake.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Nah, I think Tito got the shit punched out of him.
Because Tito
bro.
was real life sleep. And that shot didn't look super hard. But
don't
also,
know, man.
Tito looked like he was throwing some pretty shitty shots leading up to that, too. Like that body work he was
box,
doing.
He was
nigga.
going for it, though.
Tito can't
Hey,
box,
let's
nigga.
give him some credit. He was going.
He was going for it. I'm just saying it was like, it was sad.
no.
He was sad. For sure, it was sad.
That body work was like with zero conviction.
It was less sad than Holyfield Belfort, though.
That is correct.
Dude.
By a long margin.
Yeah.
Dude.
So,
Shout out to the rep, though, for stopping that bitch early.
shout out to the ref for
So I
stopping it
didn't have
early.
to see fucking Evander laid up stiff.
Yeah. Shout out to whoever decided to cancel this Riddick Bowe nonsense.
Thank God.
I also just found out, thanks to these gentlemen, that he was fighting Lamar Odom.
Nick thought we were fucking liars.
I legitimately thought you were kidding.
Why would I pick Lamar Odom, bro?
I don't know. Because it's funny. It's
It is
funny.
It is kind of funny.
But like that's not the pull I would make. I would make a different one. I would be like I would say like Will Smith.
That's why it's so perfect, though.
That's true. That's
You know?
that's good polls.
Will Smith's not believable. Will Smith wouldn't do that.
I don't know, man.
Never. No, Will Smith's so rich.
Bro, after Jada cheated on him, he was like skydiving and shit. His YouTube channel is lit.
I think he would box
shit?
somebody, but I don't think
August
he would
Alsina.
box.
That's what we need to box.
He would box August Alsina.
what we need.
Now,
Yeah,
if you
I
told
told
me
you.
that was on the undercard, then I would have said, yeah, probably.
Yeah, boy, I want that. I want that bad.
I do too.
This podcast is going to be on E.
Bro, you could put Scottie Pippen versus Future on that bitch too. Let's go.
Oh, no.
You could put a whole bunch of niggas versus Future on
No,
that.
you know what? Even better.
Russell Wilson Future.
Future versus all his baby mamas. That's what it really need to be.
Yeah. That's tough. So what's next for Triller?
I hope they go bankrupt. and
They're
shut
doing the
fuck down.
Tiafomo Lopez thing at some point, right?
The Tiafimo's name real weird, bro.
So
Dude,
Is he ever gonna fight again?
I can't stop coughing.
yes,
Can you
supposedly,
give me some water, please?
I got you, champ.
who our boy? Supposedly, Tommy Fury has not accepted the terms of the bout from Jake Paul. And Jake is popping that
I didn't
shit.
even know there were.
Jacob
Jake
was
said
talking.
he said I have offered you $1 million, which is 4 times more than you've ever been paid to fight me, and y'all over there silent. Jake Paul said he hearing crickets.
That's crazy, dude. That's not Triller, but it is
I
crazy.
swear on my life. When I read that headline, I was like,
Bro, did you watch the video?
no, I didn't.
Oh,
actually.
it's a Jake was talking his
I
shit.
like how Triller is now just synonymous with nonsense boxing.
Well, dude, like,
Even though it's
fucking
on-
Vitor
that's
was like
actually on
calling out
Showtime,
goddamn
but it's-
Jake.
I know,
saying, like,
that's- but-
30 million all, and I was like, nigga, damn.
Dude, they were just saying stuff.
Vitor
well,
just
dude,
don't
who the
have
fuck was
30.
that drunk guy like talking? Was
Yeah,
that like a
who even
CEO?
was that? I don't
Because if
know.
so, that's bad. They're bad.
It's a tough scene.
Tommy better sign the bout agreement, dog.
Yeah, I agree.
He signing. He looking kind of bad right now. if you
and
don't.
he is in fact looking like a hoe right now.
Okay. Well, did you guys know Triller was an app? I didn't even know it was an app until like very recently. It's like a social media app.
What's that for?
Fuck. Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck do they do?
Yeah, I don't know really.
Is it like
not going down there.
Twitter? Is it like
It
Facebook?
works.
What is it like?
I looked at it for about 2 seconds. It looks more like Twitter.
Okay. Huh. Is it as censored as Twitter?
I'd assume not.
I was like, can you shit?
It's
post
probably
on
like
Triller?
kind of right wing Twitter. I don't know really. This is not a journalism podcast. I'm just saying things.
I just want to know if I can shit post. That's
I think probably. Check it out. It's probably bad, which is why you probably don't know what it is.
true.
Okay. Condit, Benavidez both retiring. Kind of sad days.
I was very sad.
I'm happy.
But
Well, happy and sad.
they ran a really cool promo for Carlos Condit, recapping his career, which I thought was excellent. Did not do the same for Joe B, which shocked me.
Didn't they?
Which leads me to believe that Joe B's retirement was unexpected.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, because he didn't actually announce it. The UFC just announced that he just was taken out of the rankings.
Yeah.
He's taking out a testing pool.
And that.
So I think his retirement was
Yeah.
not known ahead of time, because if it had been, they would have made him a promo reel too, right? Like,
I would assume.
There's
And I'm
no-
sure they'll cut him something for probably for this.
yeah, there's no way that they dislike Joseph Benavidez.
Right.
At least I hope not.
Anyways.
Here's a hot take for you. It shouldn't be hot. Carlos Condit beat Robbie Lawler.
He
Yeah,
did.
I thought he did.
He did beat Robbie Lawler.
Yeah.
Okay.
He should have, in fact, been the undisputed
Thank
UFC
you.
welterweight champion.
He is in my mind. Cool.
All right. We're on the same page. Helwani, about a week and a half ago, probably now, announced, I think it was only him that knew anything about this, which was crazy.
Heel Wani.
He was the only source
He's
about
the lead
this
investor.
this new MMA promotion called the World Fight League.
That's why I
So I'm going
ESPN.
to read a few things. So according to sources, a number of influential industry individuals have come together to create a new MMA league that is structured more like the NBA / NHL / NFL rather than typical MMA. New league would include athlete association that implements a CBA with 50-50 revenue share, guaranteed contracts, health insurance, career-ending injury, or I just put the word injury in there. It's not even in there. I knew what it meant. Career-ending insurance, and a pension plan. Plan is to announce the venture in coming days, hoping to launch in 2023. Structured as a non-profit where independent franchise owners will roster a team of athletes signed from free agency or via the league entry draft. Each team will compete in home and away competitions in a traditional league format, vying for playoff spot.
With the first pick, the black delegation selects Francis Ngannou.
The owner and athletes are governed by the league bylaws and collective bargaining agreement, which is enforced by the commissioner and board of governors. There's the logo. Have you guys seen the logo?
Dude, this looks like dog shit.
I think it's kind of cool.
It looks like the fucking new
NFL.
UFC belts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it does look a lot like the new UFC belt.
Those belts are
I think
fucking
it's
whack, by the way.
alright.
The old belts are way better.
Okay, it gets weirder. So, made up of several former / current professional athletes from NBA, NFL, MMA, including multiple MMA world champions, 5 former respected MMA promoters. I don't even know who that could possibly be. Former MMA executives and matchmakers, actors, and recording artists. According to sources, the WFL has been in the works since 2020, and the nonprofit was established May 3rd, 2021. Then it just continues to get more strange. So the league will consist of 4 conferences: North America, South America, Europe / Africa, and then Asia / Oceania. Each conference will consist of no less than 8 and no more than 24 teams. So these teams are enormous. Each team rosters 24 athletes, comprising of 3 athletes per weight class. Launching in North America first, however, the framework is in place for a true world league.
All right, so we're going to do a little math here real quick,
Okay.
because we set a maximum of 24 teams per region.
What up, D?
And you
You're
said
good. You can come out.
Maximum of 24 athletes, right?
Yeah.
All right. And it's currently 4 regions.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a maximum possible roster size of 2,304 fighters.
I hate it here.
I mean, this doesn't even make any sense, dude.
So the obvious question for me becomes, what are you going to do about champions?
Yeah.
Because you're going
I
to
don't think that even matters anymore. I
gonna-
think it's just a team competition now.
you're going to have people winning their individual region, right?
Yeah.
And then they're going to be having a belt, and then they're going to have to fight somebody from the other region for the main belt for their weight, right?
I don't think that
then,
that even matters.
and then,
no.
the team
I
with
think
the
it's
most
like
belts
team
wins?
wrestling. No, I think it's like team wrestling, where it's just like you're just taking on the person in your weight class.
But even teams in wrestling meets have champions, though. You can still win an individual championship
Yeah, that's
on a
true.
wrestling
That's
team.
true. Yeah.
Like, it's just very confusing.
I don't know
You
how this
imagine
works
if
at all.
UFC fully integrated. Dude, that Nigerian team with Sadiq, Izzy, and fucking Usman. Champs.
The African region looks
Yeah,
mad
the
strong
African
right
region
now.
is pretty
Champs.
strong. It's pretty strong.
So is
And
Oceania,
fucking
though.
being captained by Mike Perry. Boy.
Bro, Captain Mike Perry, let's go. Why
But
is
the thing is, I don't think. I mean, you're not representing that region. I think
no,
that's
you're
just
representing
where
your-
you live.
You're representing your team, which is based in that
Yeah,
region.
so you could be anywhere.
Bet you them niggas gonna go to Nigeria, though.
Maybe
And then, like-
I don't know how this. Just seems highly unlikely, right?
I was gonna say, and then that's another thing, right? Like, so
It's complicated.
your region,
It's too,
that
there's
you're-
not many fighters.
right? The region that your team belongs to has to be where your gym is, right? Or where your gyms are close to located.
I guess.
Like
yeah.
the Midwest could probably be a region, and there
Yeah.
could probably be many fighters in between like Kansas and Illinois, and in between like North Dakota and I don't know, fucking Oklahoma.
Sure. Yeah.
That could be a region that has like maybe one or two teams in it, right?
Yeah.
And then just anybody from any gym in that area is on the teams, and they just like fight all the time.
Stinky.
I don't know, dude. I don't get it.
It's just like a bizarre proposition. It's like they're gonna take all of the regional MMA fighters and put them on a team.
Yeah, that's my thought. Is like, is the plan for this to be like almost like an amateur type of thing?
Well, because like it has to be regional, at least for some of the fighters, right? Because you're gonna have to go pretty far up in skill before those guys can afford to move to a different region to
Well,
train.
yeah, and you need 2,000 fighters.
Well, that's only if it's the maximum amount of teams in each region, right? That was assuming that you're talking about 24 teams with 24 fighters in each region.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
the maximum. They'll probably start with probably like 200. Like, how many teams are they really going to have for their expansion?
I don't know.
I doubt they'll be able to furnish a.
I think it
full
said they had
league.
4 teams already or something.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, how's that even possible? Like, if guys are under contract with UFC, so they're telling me that none of them are UFC fighters.
No, they could all be contender series
This
quality
is
guys.
fake, dude. This is fake, right?
Dude, it was probably the weed talking, but I like brought up my idea to Jeddah and Ariane, and I was like, yo, the shit's launching in 2023.
Oh, here we go. This is
Connor's got 2 fights left on his UFC contract, and he's not going to come back to 2022. What if he fights his 2 fights and then fucking does this? What if he's one of like the fucking guys behind it? Because he's always been talking about, well, I've got some big things in terms of like MMA
Yeah, it's
coming.
possible.
good. And he's always wanted an ownership stake in the UFC for renegotiating his contracts.
He's
Yeah,
probably
it
got
is
like
possible.
fucking Jerry Jones. He was down with fucking Jerry Jones at the Cowboys game this week. So like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
And
dog.
they gave him a customized proper 12 jersey.
I just don't see how it's.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't. I don't know.
So I highly doubt that they will be furnishing the maximum amount of teams ever.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
also highly doubt that they will be furnishing full teams really
Yeah.
that often.
Probably.
The only regions that'll even get close are North and South America.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't see, maybe Oceania, but I just don't see a lot of places being able to furnish that many fighters, dude. That's a fuck ton.
Yeah, it's a lot.
24 teams with 24 fighters each.
God damn.
It's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
What's
Yep,
the
yep,
UFC's
yep,
current
yep,
roster? Like 1,200? 1,500?
Is it? That was like.
I don't know. I'm
it was
genuinely
I don't
asking.
know. I'm not even
600.
sure.
Let's see if we have the technology. Let's see if we can find out.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could just Google it. I have a computer in front of me.
Roster.
724.
724. So,
Fucking 3 times that.
is
That's
what the
absurd.
maximum league size is.
Christ. Could you imagine?
It's going to be a fucking hydra. It would be impossible to coordinate
Yeah.
in a reasonable way.
Yep.
I appreciate the Hydra reference, though, dog. Yeah.
Hell Hydra. So, I don't know. It sounds bizarre and
Yeah.
interesting,
To say the least.
but I don't really know how plausible it is.
Fuck it, dude. And I was interested in PFL when they brought it out, and I was like, how the fuck's that gonna work? So
I'm still interested in this too. I just think it's weird.
Yeah, and it's not like PFL's been a failure.
No.
I've watched it a few times. I thought it was okay.
PFL's
the
pretty good.
format's kind of cool, and they've had a few seasons, so I assume they're probably maybe making money or close to it.
they're on ESPN, so they're making.
Yeah, they got to
they're
be making some money.
Yeah.
I'm just having a hard time imagining they could furnish all these benefits for fighters with like mid-range guys in the same way that PFL
Yeah, I
has.
get what you mean. Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be a challenge,
Weird. We'll see.
but I hope it works.
Yeah.
I'd love to see
Stay
fighters
tuned
make.
for.
Yeah, I say I'd love to see fighters make a 50% revenue share.
Yeah, no doubt. Everything on the top part sounded great.
Yeah.
It's when we got to the bottom part that I was like, what the fuck's
Shit
going
gets
on?
a little funky.
Wait a minute.
Huh.
All right. Let's talk about last week's card a little bit. There were some okay prelim fights. I thought Rongju, Brandon Jenkins was kind of fun.
I like
Carlson Harris looked good. Impa Kasanganay did not look good at 170.
Got his ass knocked out.
I mean, he looked effective. We talked about kind of his punching form as a little unorthodox, but man was finding the target.
Oh, Carlson? Yeah. Carlson's good, man. He's going to be a problem. I mean, he knocked people out before he got to the UFC, and he got here and he started knocking people out. So I feel it. Main card, let's see. Gravely Manus was pretty insane.
It was a great fight.
Pretty insane.
Scrap.
Gravely was kind of in control of the fight, I would say, and you could maybe even say had a stoppage at the end of the first round, depending on who the ref is.
Yeah, I was high on Gravely because of his last fight. I can't remember
Yeah.
who he fought, but it was just
Anthony
Somebody
Burchak.
out. Yeah, Burchak.
it was just
yeah.
Yeah.
a great performance. And I was like, oh man, I like this guy. So I was super excited to see him fight again. And he had a little trouble finding the range in the first minute and a half, and then he kind of took over for the rest of the round.
Yeah, knocked him down, hurt him super bad. And then was doing well in the second round, and then just got clipped,
Was
man.
teeing off.
Got clipped. It looked like it was close to the beginning of the end.
I mean,
The other way, and
yeah. Well, I mean, when
tables turned.
somebody smashes a right hook perfectly into your face, bad things
It's a
happen.
good shot. It's crazy. He knocked him out with the same shot that he almost got knocked out with.
Yeah,
Life
Crazy.
comes full circle, doesn't it?
it does.
Crazy. I think, honestly, both guys' stocks raised pretty substantially in that fight. I don't think Gravely's stock dropped at all.
No, I still am really excited to see him fight.
Me too.
But
He's
now
super fun.
Also excited to see Manus fight because
Me too.
his punches were real straight, real clean. He's got a real nice, sharp style.
And
Like,
so huge.
he was fun to watch. Yeah, he's fucking
The biggest dude.
Holy shit.
So much bigger.
wild.
And Gravely doesn't usually look like small.
No,
No, because the dude's fucking wide.
I generally
he
think
is
that
wide.
was the main problem he was having in the fight. Is the range was just
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
So,
Saryukian beating up Christos Yagos pretty reasonably. Let's see, it was 22-1 in significant strikes. Finishes him TKO at 209 in the first round. Not the best day of the office for Christos Yagos. What's next for Saryukian? I mean, I know he wants that Islam rematch, but it's
He's
probably not
getting
going to
that shit.
happen.
Is he
No.
ranked?
Yeah, he's 14, I believe.
yeah, so he's
What's
well,
Thiago Moises? Have they fought yet?
I don't think so.
I think so.
You could do that.
That sounds fun.
If Moises is still ranked,
Even if he isn't. I mean, he's
You could
14,
do-
and I think people still think Moises is good, you know?
Yeah.
can you pull up the rankings?
I can.
I'm just trying to think here. Because I have another name in mind, but I think this dude's going to get a better fight. But even then, I don't really love the fight, but like I could see them making this shitty fight.
Okay, so Saryukian's now 13. Moises is 15. Fiziv's 14.
You can give him Diego Ferreira.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's a banger.
Yeah.
Probably
Because you
beats who
got
hated
Brad Riddell's fighting.
Is Gregor booked? Dude, Connor's 9.
him. I thought Brad Riddell had like a really good fight coming up. He's got like a banger scheduled.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's fighting
Who?
him and Fiziv.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Riddell,
say,
yeah.
Riddell's
Yeah,
got like
bro.
a
Yeah.
good fight coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that where
Yeah,
it's
don't
fucking
even
at.
Yeah,
think
no.
about touching that.
You give Saryukian either Tiago or you give him Diego. I'm cool with it.
What about Gregor?
I don't give a fuck. No, dude, fucking Marco Madsen wants to fight him. Let's just let them wrestle fuck each other.
Why?
Throw it on like a fight night.
Dude, that's the worst fight
Cool.
ever.
Yeah, well, then I can just kick this can down the road and
The better grappler. He's a throw it on a fight night. Throw it on a fight night is like the first fight of the main card.
fucking Rancho Cucamonga. Dog.
Okay, is that fight a featured prelim?
Probably, I guess.
Fuck.
Depends on the card.
Because they're good enough to be like at least at the top spot of the prelims.
On a good card, even. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like that fight's not going to be exciting.
I'm trying to think if I was to build a card, what the fuck would I put around that? Because like,
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Who cares?
It's like, I hate this.
I hate this, dude.
Yeah, just do that.
Let's just move on.
I'm telling you, fight night on like some.
Ariane Lipsky beat up Mandy Baum.
Pretty bad.
Knocked her down a couple times. 87-36 significant strikes. Almost stopped her. Lipsky was kind of up and down so far in her career.
Yeah.
Could she be trending more up now after a good performance?
Sure.
I hope so. That's what I want to see, but we're going to have to see more out of her.
Dude, I don't even know who's in that fucking division. Give her like Macy Barber.
Dude, it's just like the one person Ryan knows it.
I'm like trying to think. I'm like, well, you're not gonna give her Caitlyn. Like, you're not gonna give her like a top.
What's her name? Who just fought? Isn't Molly McCann a 125er?
Yeah.
Have they
That's a
fought
pretty
before?
good fight.
Have
I
they
don't
fought
think
before?
so.
Let's do that.
I
It's
was
pretty
just
cool.
thinking.
I don't think they fought. Should I look?
My fucking girl Faro, that enormous 125er. If she wins, make that fight.
That's also
They're
a
both
Oh, no,
fight
they
night.
did fight.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, Molly McCann beat her up.
Meatball.
She already done her thing.
See, yep, Faro. There it is.
Yeah, I like it.
If Faro wins.
I'm with it. Do that.
Oh, and then that one real big girl, it might be a different weight class though, who just got her fight canceled with the French name, real lanky striker.
Oh,
What is her name and what weight class?
Manio or whatever?
Yeah,
Mario.
Yeah, Faro.
Oh, it's Faro. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I was
that's
like,
who said
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's her. It's Faro.
I thought it was a different. I thought there was another one for
It's
some.
Faro.
It's
She's
like
super,
Manny
super
something.
tall.
She's huge for the
Yeah.
weight class, and she got the thudders.
Yeah, she's dope. Iwan Kuntalaba beat up Devin Clark pretty bad. Broke his whole jaw issue. What was even happening there?
Dude, I don't know. It's like
I'm thinking of Macy Chiasson.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah. She's pretty good, too.
that's cool. That's a cool fight.
Yeah, she's too big though. She's
Also
a bantamweight.
tall. Oh, she's a bantamweight.
Yeah, she's too big. I wasn't sure. That's why I was like, can she fight her? But no.
Dude, like a chunk of fucking Devin Clark's like bottom teeth were like raised up, dude. It was like gross. Like,
Did you see that they fixed it somehow?
How?
I don't know.
Like
but-
before the round started?
No. Like, yeah, he had surgery like a couple days afterwards, and they somehow reset it, put his teeth back in the front. It was bloody as fuck, and his gums look swollen. But an orthodontist did some magic
Ugh.
fuck me,
because
that man
they
needs to
wasn't
be
even.
bonused.
Yeah, they
was
wasn't
rough.
veneers. They wasn't like caps. Those were his real teeth somehow put back in place.
MMA's rough, man.
Oh my god.
Rough. Not like that happens a lot. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but
The closest thing is Anthony Smith, right? But that was punches from ground and pound, and then I got a deep pull for you. Is Diego Sanchez versus I think. Oh, what was that dude's name? Is it Gambirian? He's like a
Manny Gambirian?
judo guy, or no, Carl Parisian.
Yeah, careful.
It's Carl Parisian. Diego threw that.
I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, Diego threw a knee in a clinch against the fence, and you could actually visibly see Carl's tooth fly out.
That's
Remember
gross.
fucking the rumble uppercut against Glover?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
His-
bitch shot
his teeth flew
straight
out,
up.
too.
yeah.
A singular tooth is bad, but like this is what it was like. It wasn't even his tooth; it was like it was gum. Was like
Yeah, I was like, this was multiple teeth.
hated it.
It was like 3 teeth in the front, just
it
straight
was horrific,
pushed back.
dude. Imagine continuing to fight, dude. No one on earth would have said a word if Devin Clark would have been like, "Nah."
Yeah, I want to not
No
fight
one.
anymore. I've been getting beat up
Not
for 10
even the
minutes.
biggest internet douchebag would have said anything. It was horrific, dude. I can't believe he finished. What an animal.
Yeah, well, he is tough, if nothing else.
No doubt. Fight started interestingly. Like the fact that Kutalaba was such a front runner, and he came out and got taken down immediately. It was just kind of surprising, you know what I mean?
Devin landed a couple strikes that were
Yeah.
solid too. Like he had some success early in
And
the fight.
then it just went
Sal.
all day, which to me says Kutalaba's not as like one dimensional as we thought he was.
No, I mean, I said it when you guys were pulling your packs and testing
Yeah.
your luck, but I think he was fighting like
No one's gonna know what that means.
FIFA came out today, motherfuckers.
it was a good thing.
Anyways,
But I think he's fighting like if Marvin Vittori wanted to hurt people. And so,
Dude,
I will-
Marvin Vittori.
I hope he can get a little streak together because him and Marvin would actually be pretty interesting.
yeah, if Marvin fought like that,
He's way
I would
too
be a
big
way
for
bigger
Marvin.
fan.
Oh, well, Marvin's huge. Well, that's fucking fun.
Marvin's 85 though. They're 205ers, right?
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, dude, he'd be way
Listen,
too big.
I
He's
still
huge.
love that fight. I would love to see Marvin go up to 205.
I think Marvin could go to 205.
Me
huge.
too.
Yeah.
But I don't think Ewan could go down though.
No.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
That's a big dog. That's a big dog. Speaking of big dogs, Anthony Smith, Lionheart, dude. When that dude has a chip on his back, back, chip on his back.
Chip on his back.
Yeah, I was like, think what the fuck.
I assumed you meant the chip
Chip
is
on
so
his
big.
shoulder.
That like
That is
literally-
gotta be on his
yo,
back.
Hilarious.
there's literally a
The chip on his back.
dude. There's a
He
fucking
puts the team on his shoulder.
just wild. There's this fucking goddamn cornerback for the Cowboys who literally has a Pringles chip like tattooed on his back.
That's
and
hard.
His chip. He's like, that's the chip I keep. The chip
It's
on my
pretty
back.
strange.
So
There
that
you go.
reminds me of, and I hated that.
That's really funny.
Nice.
And corny.
Corny as shit.
Anthony Smith beat this man up.
Yeah, he did.
He did beat up Ryan's fan.
Knocked him down a couple times. Hurt him pretty bad. Smitted him. Spain wanted out of
That
there.
last left hook didn't land though.
Well, as
Didn't?
Man just fell. He was off balance. He fell.
that's because he was
He was
He was
hurt.
hurt
He was
so
hurt,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
the wind blew him down.
Yeah, I was like, because
Straight
Vanderbilt
up.
landed, the man would have been.
Everyone's a
Yeah, he
sucker.
would have been asleep if that would have landed clean.
Everyone's a sucker for a hook, son. And then he would turn the pad and say, "Throw it again."
Wham.
And that was my dad training me. So
Hell yeah.
Anthony Smith showed that in this fight. Indeed, everyone
No
is a sucker
doubt.
for a hook. That left hook was money all fight,
Yep.
as long as it lasted.
Yeah, ran him right into it a few times, and that was all that it took. Got him kind of flattened out, and then he was good to go.
Yeah,
He was good to go.
Ryan was tapping as soon as Anthony's arms were cinched. He knew what was good,
Yep.
which is fair enough. I mean, if I had been knocked down twice and the person has already gotten me flat and their arms are connected, that choke is done.
Charge it to
Yep.
the game.
Seems fairly straightforward, the pathway here. They already made a T-shirt for it.
Nice. I like
I
that.
think he's fighting Rokic in December.
Cool.
Yeah, Anthony said Merry Christmas to me, and Rocket
Yeah.
is down. So let's get it.
I like it.
So then, what the fuck does Jiri do? It's weird.
Chill. Fight for the belt.
Keeps
What he shoulda
screaming
done.
at the top of his lungs in the forest
That man's haunting, dude.
and playing soccer.
Everybody
apparently.
in the world wants him to fight for the title, dude.
And playing
Yeah,
soccer.
good.
Apparently,
You know.
though. He was having a good time. I was shocked.
He's probably so athletic that
Well,
Dude,
not,
he
not
looks
that,
freakishly.
but like
fights.
he's such an odd person. It's weird to see him being normal.
yeah, like just doing normal
Dude, I
everyday
imagine
stuff.
He's so fucking intense. during
Like, he
that
lives-
soccer game.
Probably
He
your
lives-
shit got all turned.
Oh.
In the forest alone, right, to follow the principles of the Book of the Five Rings.
Hard.
So like the idea that he's just like chilling and playing soccer in the city with people and enjoying himself is just like bizarre to me.
I agree. Actually,
Even though that's like totally normal. Like that's what he should be
He's
doing.
for sure
air
ate
quotes.
somebody's heart.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree. This week we have UFC 266, and it is a crackerjack. We're not going to go through all of the fights. I will in the gambling pod, so we'll get into more detail. I think let's start with. I just don't care.
sir.
About this. It's a crackerjack, bro.
I don't know if I like Nick's use of the word crackerjack or your face disliking it more.
I was like, yo, what the fuck?
It's a
No.
crackerjack, bro.
That was an amazing moment.
This podcast is brought to you by Hellman's. Because the mayonnaise is heavy on this one. Blech.
That was very
Do we? Nah. Let's start with Dawkins and Abdurak. Dude, I can't say that dude's last name. It's impossible.
shit.
Shamil Abdurakim. Dude, I can't even say it.
see. Holy fuck. Let me see.
I know who this guy even is. He literally just fought in a main event with Curtis Blades.
Abdurakhimov?
No, I don't think that's right.
Fuck. Well, that's close.
let me-
Jeddah, do you know how to say it?
I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Okay. I bet Jeddah will get it.
Probably.
I'm gonna try, dude.
You can say Kebab's name really good.
Habib Abdulmanapovich Nurmurhamadov.
Wet carrot.
The only reason I know is because I found that video of him saying his own name and I laughed my ass off. I was like, bro, we're not even close. We say his name so wrong. Okay. Shamil Abdurakhimov.
That's it.
That's
That's
what
it
I
right
would
there.
say.
Yeah.
Abdurrahimov. There we go.
That's the best I can do, bro. If that's not it, I'm sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Forgive me.
Yiddies Dawkins.
Just lost to Blades. Before that was on a 3-fight win streak.
It's not a bad loss.
Dawkins 3-fight win streak right now, including over Olynyk in his last one.
Oh, did he sleep? Did he sleep Alexei?
And he beat Porter. That win looks pretty good now. Mm-hmm. Porter's kind of a stud.
Thick ass boys in that.
Oh, he knocked Porter. He knocked Parker Porter out. I forgot about that. Olynyk, he knocked Olynyk out. He's knocked out everybody.
Thudders.
Bangkok
Let's
ready. You
go.
know what it is?
Thudders. And he is straight up Bangkok ready.
It's fucking
It's
the
beautiful.
best thing ever.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Yeah, this is fun. Dude, what if Chris Dawkins is as good as he maybe might be in
Him
the
versus
fighting?
Tom Aspinall. Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, I like that. What do we think is going to happen here?
Chris
Is
Dawkins
going to beat him up?
As long as he doesn't get taken down.
Yeah,
Let's
how many
see.
takedowns old
Who's
boy
the
average?
best striker? Shamil. Let's see.
Curtis Blades.
Takedowns. Let's see. Blades took him down 5 times. He didn't take Tybura down. He took Arlovsky down a couple times.
Oh, dude, he's facing pretty good fighters.
He
Yeah,
took
he's fought some good
Derek
fighters.
Lewis down 4 times. Yeah, he's definitely fought good guys.
Not being able to take down Curtis Blades or
He took down
Tybura
Walt
is not
Harris.
bad. Those dudes are actually two of the better
Hard as
wrestlers in the
fuck, yeah.
division. They're hard as fuck to take down.
Yeah.
Those
So-
guys beat people by taking them down.
He can take people down, but it's not
It's not
like his
super-
main thing.
It's
I don't
not
think.
super elite,
Easier to
but
bud. Cool.
he definitely wrestles.
I assume he will wrestle in this fight.
Oh,
He should. Because he's going to get his legs kicked the fuck off.
Yeah, Doc's got to get them leg kicks going early. If he does, he's going to beat him up.
that's all I'm saying. So I want to see if Dawkins can stay upright, because if he does, he probably wins it.
Yep. Dan Hooker, Nasrat, Hackbrast. Should be dope. It's weird that Hooker's fighting on the prelims. I feel like he hasn't fought in the prelims.
It's weird
in
that
forever.
Hooker's fighting fucking Nasrat.
It's because it's wrong
A little bit, yeah.
that he's fighting on the prelims.
It's criminal.
I mean, he's lost 2 in a row. Granted, they were to Chandler and Poirier.
He's ranked
but-
like number 8 in your fucking.
Thank you.
Dude, like, they
He's
had Tony Ferguson on like the
I'm-
third fight on a pay per view when he was lost like 4 in a row.
I understand that like this card is so stacked that him being in this position on this card makes sense.
Right.
But in principle, Dan Hooker being on prelims is not okay.
Yeah.
Pretty strange.
It actually does not sit well with me at all.
That said, this is not the easiest fight in the world.
No, this is-
As
this
much
is a tough
as
fight.
it's an interesting position because he has nothing to gain by winning and a lot to lose, and it's a very losable fight.
Yeah, so this is like a big test for Dan Hooker, honestly. He's lost a few to like top like competition, and so now they're seeing what they can do with him, honestly.
Yeah. Right now
God,
he's
can you
minus
imagine
145.
Dan
Hack
fucking
price
Hooker
is
as
plus
a
120.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That's how good 155 is.
It's pretty deep.
A guy like Dan Hooker.
It's pretty deep. Yeah, I think Dan's got to try to keep him on the outside here. You can hurt Nasrat. Like, you can hit him.
Yeah.
He's there to be hit for sure. And he's super game. And he's
Hooker showed that.
Hooker's a lot bigger. So if he can use this, like he's got three in reach, and it's a 6'5" to 5'10". Nasrat does not look like he's 5'10" to me.
And
Maybe
if,
he is.
and if we're being fair, Dan Hooker really didn't even get started in the Michael Chandler fight. Like, it's not like he was getting
Yeah.
smashed.
No.
Like, he just got caught. Michael Chandler hits very hard,
Yep.
and that was the end of that.
He got dropped by the hardest puncher in the division.
Yeah, so
It happens.
Yeah.
it's a bad loss. Like, you don't want to lose that fight, but it's not like, oh, Dan Hooker doesn't have it anymore. Like, well, dude, he
Yeah.
got caught, bro. It happens.
Yeah, and then he fucking pushed
Let's-
Dustin to the goddamn brink.
Let's make our not really that much research blind picks on these so far. So I'm taking Dawkins for sure in the first one.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That sounds right.
I think I'm taking Hooker in this one.
Yeah, I don't pick against Dan Hooker
You know, I want to pick Dan Hooker,
unless it's against Michael Chandler.
but I don't know, honestly.
Nasrat could definitely knock him out.
For sure. It's hard.
Because Dan is hittable.
Yeah.
They're both hittable.
So, yeah, it's true. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
That's-
going
that's a
down.
tough one.
Fuck it.
Fine. I'm going to pick Nasrat for controversy.
I like it. Marlon Moraes fighting Merab Divishvili.
Rob.
Let's look at the matchup. So I think this is one of those that if it ends in the first half, Marlon probably won, and if it goes past that, it's increasingly less likely that Marlon is going to win.
Yeah, so
It's probably fair, right?
Marlon Moraes by KO in the first round, or TKO, or Merab via anything. Decision.
Yeah.
Probably decision.
Probably decision.
He hasn't finished anybody in the UFC, has he? Or like maybe he's got like one.
Maybe one. I
don't
can't
think he does.
I can't think.
So
of
it's
it.
probably Merab by decision
You just drown
if-
motherfuckers.
if Marlon doesn't get a KO in the first round.
He's got
No, he lost by KO to Ricky Simon.
But Ricky does got the thudders.
fuck yeah, he does.
But I could also see him possibly getting a TKO in this fight because when Marlon is tired, he is tired.
Yeah.
Like, he gives everything while he's going. And so, but I think the safest would be Taylor 2 fights. Marlon wins in the first round, and Merab wins any round after that.
Marish is plus 200. Merab is minus 250.
So people
There's
think,
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, people definitely. Yeah, I think there's definitely some value in Marlon, probably specifically by KO.
Yeah. I don't see him getting a submission, but he could. I mean, he submitted a Sunsow.
Yeah, maybe
knocking
even
his
just
head off.
stoppage. Yeah, you can still choke people sometimes.
Yeah, so by stoppage is probably the best, but more than
Yeah.
likely KO. If you want that extra little spice, Marlon by
Yeah,
KO.
we'll have to see what the numbers are, but
Probably like plus 375.
I'm actually kind of leaning towards Marlon for some reason. I just am not sold on Merab just yet. If he can win this fight, I'll be definitely more sold on him. But up to this point, like I think he's good, but I'm not sure he's as good as Marlon is. And like even odds aside, I just kind of think Marlon's going to win the fight.
I want Marlon to win. I like him way more of the two fighters, but Merab is kind of a bad matchup for him stylistically.
Not the best.
This is the type of thing that he loses to. Guy with a big gas tank, wrestling, forward pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, and no, he's not Henry Cejudo, but Marlon did everything right against Henry Cejudo and still lost.
Facts.
So
Yep.
it's a tough style matchup for him. I don't know if he can overcome it. I want to see him win. I want to be wrong, but if I was going to bet my money, I would pick Merab.
Rob, you too?
Yeah, dog, and I'm fucking pissed about it.
Yeah. I feel
It's just another like high volume wrestle guy.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Andrade taking on Anthony Calvillo.
This fight's interesting as shit.
Yeah, it's a really important fight for Calvillo. I don't think it's really that important for Andrade.
I agree.
I think she's kind of in the same boat, kind of no matter what.
Yeah, it doesn't
That said, she'll get up for it. She's a gamer.
Yeah, she's a little pit bull, and I think she's going to win the fight. But
Yeah. Both coming off losses. Calvillo lost to Chikagian, and then of course Andrade lost to Shevchenko.
Chikagian tuned her up, right? That
Yeah.
was the fight where Chikagian looked really good.
yeah,
She did
it
look
was.
really good. Yeah.
Cool.
I had to shut up, give her praise.
Man, that's some shit.
I don't think
It's like the
wrestling
black
will be a
porn she
factor
was
in
liking
this.
on Twitter.
Kind of, all the porn. Kind of and kind of not. So like,
Dude, that was so weird. That was like, what are they talking about? Oh yeah.
It's like, bro,
Kayla
look at
not
her
having her
fucking
Twitter,
likes.
bro.
That
She
was
got it got
wild,
hacked
dude.
forever ago. All
She's like, I
BBC
can't
porn,
like what I
dog.
like. I was like,
So weird.
But Lauren Murphy commented on it too. She was like, "Hey man, however you want to cut weight." I was dying. I was like, "All right, so Lauren's funny." 'Cause that's
That is
good.
pretty funny.
But so I don't think wrestling will be a huge deal. Jessica's trying to come forward and swing and bang. She will wrestle, and Cynthia will switch to wrestling if she needs to. But since moving up to 125, she seemed less effective with that, and she's kind of like a clinch and trip type person.
Yeah.
Which Valentina executed excellently against Jessica, but her technique was sublime, and I don't think Cynthia's on the same level. I think Jessica will be able to outmuscle her.
I think Jessica just they kind of do the same stuff, but Jessica just does it a little bit more and a little bit better.
Yeah, she's more explosive.
Yeah.
I would say, and then I would say that Cynthia is probably more active with movement and a little cleaner.
Yeah,
But,
that's
like,
probably true. But lands less.
Yeah, I would argue. Yeah, she's one of those types who's mostly busy with movement and not with punching.
Yeah.
And Jessica's going to be busy with punching, and so I just don't know that. I don't know that anything Cynthia will do will get her out of the way. I think she's going to get hit a lot, and I mean Jessica's just good at making it ugly.
Yeah.
And that's when she's at her best. Is when she's turned the fight into a prison brawl.
Indeed.
so it all sounds like we're picking Jessica.
Oh yeah, 100%. Without question.
I don't have a choice. You knew I was picking Jessica.
Without question. Without question. I'm curious what the odds are. Now that we're talking about it.
I'll be holding my flag, chilling, watching.
Andrade minus 265. So
Sounds about right.
okay.
Yeah.
Blades, Rosenstrike. This is an interesting one because these guys are like firmly supplanted in like the B, like just below, just second tier heavyweight fighters, but still kind of important. I feel like just kind of for like how they're perceived. Neither of them, both of them got a lot of work to do to get back to a title shot, but this would be a very relevant first step for either, and kind of an important loss maybe. for either as well.
Yeah, I could see that. It's kind of only one of us is going to be able to remain relevant to the title picture.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. That said, this is a hard one, man. Of all of the fights on this card, this one and then probably Diaz and Lawler, for obvious reasons, are the two kind of hardest to call.
Right.
Bless you.
Just because you don't really know what Rosenstrike's going to do, for one thing, because he just is weird. Just does weird things. Blades will kind of do weird things from time to time, too, and like not wrestle when he should and then wrestle when he shouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So, Cyril is what people say Jairzinho is.
Yeah.
He's like the technical guy who's a good counter striker, but who can also apply scary forward pressure.
My champion.
And I get really tired of hearing people talk about Rosenstrike being this fantastic counter striker, because when I watch him fight, that is not what I see.
No.
He definitely picks his opportunities well in terms of when to enter, but like he's not trying to counter the shot they're throwing.
No.
Like he's just trying to throw his shot at a moment he thinks it's going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Rosenstrike is not saying, all right, I'm going to slip to the side and I'm going to throw the hook to get over that jab.
No.
He's saying, now's the time to throw the hook.
Yeah.
And so like I don't really like that they're ascribing this like super high IQ fight style to him.
Like he does some things at a high IQ level, but it's not a lot of like traditional.
It's his leg kicks. Those are always really well timed and placed in a proper
Yeah.
spot.
And it's a lot of like pacing shit, I think, which is what makes him elite, which also makes him kind of boring.
Yes.
But he is good at making you do what he wants to do. And I think that's what's important for him to do in this fight. Yeah. Because if Blades just fucking bum rushes him, like that's probably gonna work most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, so like you said, he's good at slowing other guys down
Yeah.
and making them fight at his pace, and then when he does, he generally wins.
Yeah.
But anybody who can increase the pace of the fight and not get chin checked beats Jairzinho.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. The key is just entering and not getting
Curtis can do that
knocked
with
out.
wrestling.
Yeah.
But he can only do that for a very limited amount of time kickboxing. If Curtis Blades tries to kickbox with Jairzinho the same way he tried to kickbox with Derek Lewis, he's going to get knocked out again.
Yeah.
Curtis getting laid up stiff on Saturday, dog.
He might.
Stiff.
I think here's how I feel about it is if this was a 25-minute fight, I would almost definitely agree with that. But because it's a 15-minute fight, I think it's just a short enough period of time that Curtis cannot make a mistake.
Super hot take because of what I've already said about Jairzinho. I think that Derek Lewis is actually a better counter striker than him.
In a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
I think Derek Lewis is better at baiting guys into the shot he wants to land. And so I don't think he's going to have the same success hitting Curtis.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Interesting. Rosenstrike's pace on the feet isn't as bad as you would think it would be. He lands 3.15, absorbs 3.27, so which is not like crazy. No. But it's better than Blades on the feet for sure.
Oh, yes.
Better than his pace.
Well, I don't know what it is for
Curtis actually lands more.
I don't know what it is for Curtis, man.
Gets hit way less.
I'm just like scared of his striking at all times. Whenever I see it, he still looks like he's doing something that's foreign.
Yeah. His jab's gotten a lot better over the years, but
yeah, he's got the jab.
Yeah, it's fairly rudimentary still. I think I'm taking Curtis Blades.
Yeah, me too. I think Curtis should win this fight.
Me and Ashley Nipples riding again.
No.
Oh, Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler running it back. I think I heard 18 years ago or 17 years ago was the first time they fought.
Some stupid number, yeah.
It's got to be the largest gap between a rematch, right?
Ever.
This is such an interesting fight. I was thinking about this while I was driving today, because this is an interesting one because it's like an old guy fight, but it's not an old guy fight necessarily. Like I don't think it will look like an old guy fight. I think it will look like two guys that are definitely not necessarily in their prime of their prime, but I think it will still look like elite MMA. Do you guys think I'm wrong about that?
No, because I think they're elite fighters.
I believe the word we're looking for here is in the twilight of their
career. I mean, are they elite fighters at this point though?
Well, I'm just saying, like in terms of technique.
In terms of technique.
Yeah, that's why I think it's going to look like a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've got a problem with saying they're elite.
At this point in time.
Yeah. I think that Robbie Lawler can beat most fighters at welterweight still.
I don't know, dude. He's lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, but against who?
Dos Anjos, Ben Askren, Colby.
He blew out his knee against RDA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, fucking Neil Magny took his soul.
and then Magny.
Neil
Magny
took his
beat the
soul.
shit out of
Now
him.
Neil Magny is a rough loss.
It's not great.
I'm not saying Neil Magny's bad, but the first 4, there ain't no hoes on that list. That's like
Here's
that's like the 4-fight skid Tyron went on. Who did he lose to?
Yeah, but nobody says Tyron's elite. You kind of made my point for me.
Tyron is though.
Right
Well,
now.
he was. I mean, I guess
For
he's
sure
not
was,
now.
and so for sure was he. But to my point is actually kind of what you're saying, which is that like he still feels like he could actually beat some guys that are relevant. Tyron Woodley doesn't feel like he could beat anybody that's relevant.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's
Just
why
to
he's trying
put
fight,
those two together.
That's why he's trying to fight Jake Paul again.
Yeah, I mean he's trying to fight Jake Paul because
Busting it open for
he got
Jake.
paid $2 million base.
He
bro.
didn't get the tattoo, dog.
Well, apparently he said
cares?
he was waiting up all night, fucking like calling them, trying to get the bitch to come tattoo him. I don't know. I don't care. I don't really.
Yeah,
give
I
a
don't
fuck.
care either. I'm over it.
You actually have-
I'm so over
You
it.
have more information about that than I
Yeah,
thought.
like
there
because I
was.
saw that because like he fucking like said something about it. And I was like,
That's funny.
Okay,
I was
let's
really
talk
glad he
about this
didn't-
sick
no.
actual
I was
fight.
really glad he didn't bring this up on like the UFC broadcast this past fucking weekend when he was working the desk, and I was like, bro, this nigga's gonna fucking bring
I can't
this
believe
up.
the UFC brought him back on the broadcast after that
think he's a-
clown show.
Great analyst.
He's okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty
I
good.
like him,
He's
so.
okay.
He wears nice suits.
That
He
nigga
delivers
beard
information in
crazy.
an interesting way. Okay, so
Back to real fighting.
this fight I think is going to be interesting. I really don't know what's going to happen. And the first fight didn't give us a ton of information, and also it was 17 years ago.
So, man, I guess it depends on what Nick Diaz is like these days, because Robbie still kind of loses to what he does. Volume, strong forward pressure, a guy who's really, really offensive. Like, that seems to be pretty tough for Robbie to overcome at times.
Yeah.
So, but Robbie's rounded out a lot since then, obviously. Like, he's had a ton of skills. He's knocked a ton of guys out. He's been champion. He's done a lot since they fought.
So much.
But as did Nick. He beat up a ton of guys, submitted a lot of them, and he was also a champion. So
It's just crazy that
they've had kind of a similar career trajectory, truthfully. They even
minus the 6-year gap. Yeah.
they were even both in Strikeforce, hilariously.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think we're in for a good fight. Like you said, I think it's still going to be high level MMA.
Yeah.
I guess not elite, but high level is what I should be saying.
Man, Nick Diaz was on a fucking tear there for a while.
He's
wasn't
beating
he?
the shit out of everybody. Bro, he
Everybody.
submitted Takanori Gomi while he was high with a Goga Plata.
That was gangster.
Shit stank.
KJ Noons. I forgot about that KJ Noons
He
fight.
didn't
That fight
just
was crazy.
fail for marijuana, dog. He failed so badly. They were like, he was high in the ring. He had to be.
Nigga smoked a bleeze. You know when I whoop that nigga ass.
Yes. That's exactly what
Dog.
happened.
Diaz Army, nigga. You know what it is.
That's
what I'm
gangster.
rolling with.
The Metal Militia t-shirts. Shit was hard.
Dude, there's so many stats for Nick Diaz fights, man. We have so much Nick Diaz data. I'm gonna dig
You know
into
what's
this
crazy
later.
though
It's
is
gonna
like
be
even when
awesome.
he was fighting, he wasn't like crazy active. So I'm like
No.
maybe twice a year.
I mean, it depends on how far back you want to go. Like if you go 2011, he fought 3 times. 2010, he fought 1, 2,
Is that
3
Dream?
times. 2009, he fought twice. 2008,
Jesus
3
Christ.
times. 2007, 4 times.
Okay, bro, but not, like,
2006.
2000. Okay. But what about after that? Like before pre-UFC?
Yeah, but this was like still part of his prime, kind of.
Yeah.
Was it? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
'cause
What
I
is
would
he-
say
how old
by
is he
the
now?
time-
He's 30.
38 or 36, right?
So what was that? 2000
Somewhere in there.
13, 20.
Because I would argue he was in his prime until he fought Anderson. Post Anderson is the end of his prime.
I think
Like the GSP Condit fucking.
Anderson
Paul
was the
Bailey shit.
last fight. Was his last fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anderson was his last one. He lost to GSP before that and Condit before that.
Yep. He fought both of those. before that.
GSP was scared. He didn't want that.
Where you at, George?
Took him down 9 times.
I feel it. I would have
so
done the
bad.
same. I 100% would
And
have
beat
done
him
the
up a
same.
bunch. Well, it was actually kind of a brave game plan from George, because I believe
Yeah.
that both of the Diaz brothers have a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under one
Oh, yeah.
Caesar Gracie.
Yeah, they roll
Yeah,
with
they're
Jake Shields
cold.
all the time,
And
too.
from what I hear, Mr. Gracie is pretty good at teaching Jiu-Jitsu.
What's the word?
So,
What's the word?
Man, they fucking train with goddamn Jake Shields.
and George took him down and
The dude's head is so big.
beat him up and held him there. And
George
didn't
started
get
training
submitted.
with the.
John Donaher at that time.
Yeah, because he started training with John when he fought Jake Shields.
Interesting.
They like rubbed their bald heads against each
Who are
other.
you guys picking?
Nick.
Yeah, I think Nick. I think
For nostalgic purposes.
for style matchup purposes for me.
Yeah.
It's just it's the same type of fighter we've seen Robbie lose to several times in a row.
I just want to see Nick win because then I get to see the entire welterweight division start twerking for Nick Diaz.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? RDA, Neil Magny, Colby Covington. All the exact same fighter, dog. Forward pressure.
Yeah.
Ben Askren, forward pressure.
Kind of. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, dude got dumped on his head
Yeah.
immediately.
I feel like the biggest difference though is like athleticism. Like Nick's not like the best athlete in the world, and hasn't fought for 5 years, and he's 38.
My biggest concern is that, like you said, he hasn't fought for forever, and they had to move the weight up.
Yeah,
That's kind of weird. That's bad for Nick.
It's
I don't
not
think that's bad
great.
for Robbie at all. That's a bad sign for Nick.
yeah, I tend to
It's
agree.
not ideal. When 3 days before the fight, hey, we're moving this up to 85 now.
Yeah,
The fuck do you mean?
But I also think that Nick Diaz is going to come in great shape, and he's going to come in tough as nails, and he's going to do what the Diaz brothers always do, and that's get hit a lot and hit the other person a lot until they quit. And I think that there's a good chance that'll happen.
is it a 5-round fight?
Yeah,
Is it really?
I think so, yeah.
And I think we're going to get treated to some, I'm not
Maybe it says on
surprised,
here.
motherfuckers,
I'm like pretty sure it is.
tier interviewing.
I don't know. It doesn't say on here.
You know what fight they'll end up making? Nick versus fucking Horhan.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's a
fucking
fantastic
dope.
fight. That should have been his
That's
comeback
pretty
fight.
sick.
That's
Dude.
what we should be watching now.
Ali
That
was
might
trying
have
to
been a
twerk.
little too much for him right away. You know what I mean?
But it's tight, though.
It is tight, but if he beats the shit out of Robbie and then he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, Jorge.
I mean, that's tight,
Fuck
too.
you, bro.
That's tight, too.
You fucked up my brother.
I want that. I
Is
like
that
how...
what Nick sounds like?
Yeah,
Yes.
I like how
Making,
he's Vato. He's more Mexican.
You fucked up my brother. And he does this with his mouth. Look at my mouth. You fucked up my brother.
looks like he's gonna suck dick.
Yeah, it looks like his mouth's shaped like a butthole.
Is he wearing a long sleeve flannel shirt, even though it's
Probably.
95 degrees in Los Angeles,
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
It's Los Angeles.
with khaki shorts?
Excuse
on?
me. Los Angeles.
I said Vato, dog. Los Angeles. I'm not going back on that.
Pretty sure he's in Stockton. Pretty sure in the 209. I'm picking Robbie Lawler.
Because you're
The layoff just seems like a lot. I hope Nick wins. I think it's cooler.
fuck yeah, dog. Because Ali was getting ready to start sucking Nick this week, saying he would fight Usman if he wins.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever
Ali
heard.
was like, "Come on, bro."
I would love to see that.
Dude,
fight.
you know they'll make it.
Fuck.
I would love to see that.
They'll make it, and then like somehow Nick will win.
Yes. And then you know who comes up?
Connor fights him
No,
Honestly?
fuck that. Oh,
You want the
off
truth?
the bench.
oh
If
God.
Nick Diaz comes out of retirement and beats Robbie Lawler, and then beats Kamaru Usman, he's the greatest welterweight of all time.
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
I'm not
yeah.
even. I'm,
For sure. Yeah.
I don't want to hear fucking shit about George, dog. I want to hear
sure.
a fucking word.
That would
100%.
be incredible.
That'd be
After
crazy.
6 fucking years off.
Almost definitely not going to happen. Valentina Shevchenko, Lauren Murphy. Speaking of things that are almost definitely not going to happen.
Valentina Shevchenko winning.
No, that's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, no, she's my pound for pound one.
Yeah, she'll probably win.
good shit.
What do we got for odds?
It's crazy.
It's gonna be really bad for Lauren Murphy.
take-
Probably like some.
Minus 15 punch.
Yeah, I'll say it's gonna be bad.
Plus 750. Okay,
There you go.
well.
I was gonna say plus 800, so I was
Where's the
close.
fucking oh, I guess you throw $5 on Lauren.
Is there a
dude.
path? There's not really even a path here, right?
Really, really dominant top control.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't.
Yeah, she has to wrestle.
I don't
right?
believe Lauren Murphy's wrestling is that good. But
No.
like, what if she's good enough to take her down and control Valentina?
For 3 of the 5 rounds.
I don't.
Jennifer Maya couldn't do it.
I don't think. Yeah, that's not, I don't think she can. But hey,
I know.
that
Seems
is her
implausible.
path to victory. Like that's how she wins the fight. That is the plan for her team. There's no way they're planning on anything else. They're not planning to go strike with her.
No.
They're not
Hell
gonna.
no.
They're not gonna push her up against the fence in the clinch. The plan is fucking single leg, spin her down, and stay in half guard. It's got to be.
Lauren Murphy's getting fucked up. That's what's gonna end up happening.
Yeah, she'll probably get stopped.
She going to the Daniel Cormier school, bro.
Nah,
High crotch single.
Decision. It's gonna be a.
It could be a decision.
She
yeah.
gonna be at
a boring
AK.
decision. Oh.
Yeah. That said, as we were saying before the podcast, good job, Lauren Murphy. You got yourself here. You absolutely earned this title shot. Mm-hmm. Excellent work.
I think it's Valentino is just that good.
Yeah. She's just that good.
all-time great.
Nothing you can do. And if you win, holy shit.
Holy shit.
I'll eat a whole bunch of crow.
Yep. Alexander Volkanovski, Brian Ortega. This is a fun one. It's a pretty cool matchup. Ortega keeps looking better and better. The Max loss notwithstanding, came back and looked better than ever, probably.
Sensational.
Man, he did
Against
kind of put hands of
Chan
Korean
Sung
Zombie.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Can't believe
Probably just about anybody else on earth would have gotten stopped in that fight. Yeah,
Dropped him
looked
twice.
excellent. And that was not like a out of nowhere Chan Sung Jung. Like he had fought, like 3 times in a year or something like that and won all of them.
Yeah, he was really active. If he won that, it was title shot time.
Yeah, probably him.
He got hands.
And he sure did get hands put on him. So we know kind of what Volkanovski's been up to. He's just decision master, you know? It's just what he does. He's very, very skillful at outpointing you and outmaneuvering you and just being faster and better than you for 25 minutes, man. One of the best ever at it.
Yeah, I'll say what he's good at is disrupting other fighters' rhythm. That's what his ability is. That's why it's hard to, like, appreciate how good he is.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it's easy to be like, oh, he didn't actually win that fight. It's like, even if you think Max won the second fight or even the first fight, the reason why it was such a tough fight is because Volkanovski is very good at doing things that disrupt the other fighter's rhythm constantly. And, like, that's what's special about him. He just never lets the other fighter get comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
That motherfucker is good, man.
He's really good.
When was his last finish? Was it Chad?
Yeah, I think it's Chad Mendes.
Yeah.
That shit was wild. Because he decisioned Jose, right?
Yeah. He beat Jose by decision. He beat
Then he beat Max those 2 times.
Max twice by decision.
Yep.
So, I mean, you know, only beating Jose Aldo and Max Holloway by decision. Oh, man. Guy can't finish anyone. Those are kind of tough guys to finish, I'm just saying.
No, it's true. It's true. And, like, that shouldn't be the barometer of whether or not somebody is good at the sport of MMA. You know what I mean? Like, it's a barometer of how maybe commercially viable you are. And I think that's proven to be true about Alexander Volkanovski. Like, he's not to say that he's not, like, interesting, but he's beaten both of the guys that we consider to be the greatest of all time in this division. And, like, most people don't know who he is.
And one of them wasn't even a title defense.
Yeah. So
You know, it's just one of those
it's
things,
just
man.
tough, man. Like, you kind of pick which one you want, right? Like, do you want to be really, really good and also not safe? I wouldn't say he's safe, but he's, to use Ryan's phrase, incredibly defensively responsible.
And
Love
it's,
it.
And it's hard to appreciate that.
Yeah.
Most people prefer offense over defense.
Yep.
And he is so good at not allowing other fighters' offense to get rolling.
I mean, like, in a way, I mean, it's not, like, similar. It's not entirely similar. It's like, but, like, people have the same criticisms about Cyril for it,
Yeah.
where, like, he's perfectly fine. I'll get a decision. And he's just going to outpoint you. He's going to turn it into a smart kickboxing match. Like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck? GSP was decisioning people towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
And he
Just
was
win.
wrestling the shit out of people.
I mean, Usman's, like, finally starting to sleep people, but, like, Usman, up until the belt, a lot of decisions. Like, dude, it's just...
Yeah, I mean,
happens,
and who
man.
knows? Maybe he has a similar moment with what Usman's going through right now, and he just starts starching
Fucking
dudes. He
everything.
definitely has the power to do it.
Yeah. Because he was finishing people before that.
Yeah, I mean, and just look at the
Demo
motherfucker,
fucking
dude.
goddamn Chad.
Yeah,
I mean, it genuinely, and he kind of got hurt a little bit. He had a little cut
he
in that fight. Like,
He got dropped, too.
Yeah, he showed some toughness in that fight. Fought through some adversity. Chad Mendes still looked great. Honestly, I was kind of
He
shocked.
did look good.
I was shocked he retired.
He's going to go fuck people up with bare knuckle, though, dog.
He is.
that's so bad.
But yeah, man, Volk's hard to appreciate. I finally
He's
understood
gonna
it.
do it once, by the way.
Right? I finally understood it the other day. I was watching him fight, and I'm like, why can I just not give this man the credit he deserves? Why do I
Yeah.
think Max won, or why do I think Max is better than him? And I was just watching it, and I'm like, he's not letting Max get into his rhythm. And, like, to people who are watching, I think that feels like, it almost feels cheap in a way.
He's
It's like-
ruining the fun.
Yeah, it's like, Max isn't rolling, bro. If he was
Yeah.
rolling, he would get you. And it's like, that's why
That's
Volk's
why he's
good.
not. Yeah,
Because Volk is not letting him get rolling.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's great about him.
yeah.
He can stop a guy like Max from getting rolling. Who else can do that?
No, nobody really.
Look at what happened to Calvin Kattar when Max got rolling.
Yeah, it got bad.
Like, everyone knows how good he can be when he's doing that.
And he went through 10 rounds and Max never got rolling.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Never.
bro. Never, not once. I don't even remember how many rounds I remember thinking, well, for sure Max won that round.
First 2 rounds in the second fight. and then maybe the 5th round in the first.
So
Yeah.
Because Max dropped him those first 2 rounds in the second fight. And then the third round in that second fight was like kind of close.
Yeah.
But I remember watching a live time with you. We both kind of I think Volk gets that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think for the division, it's way more fun if Ortega wins. Way more fun.
It opens up a path for Max to fucking fight for the belt again.
Yeah, I mean, it opens up a path for just like anything.
which is what everyone wants. That I think Max fighting again is for the belt is what everybody wants.
Yeah.
He's just been whooping too much ass. Like Max as a contender just ain't right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just wrong.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Odds wise, right now we're looking at Volk's minus 175, Ortega's plus 145.
That's crazy. I bet you'll see a lot of late money on Ortega though. Those will shrink.
Maybe. I'm just trying to think of like what is. I don't see Ortega winning a decision.
No,
I think he has to finish him.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker is a goddamn finisher.
Man, Ortega.
He is, but I'm like trying to picture like what that would look like.
Ortega's new striking is scary, bro.
It is significantly better. Significantly.
It's wild.
If at any point they clinch out, that motherfucker can snatch your goddamn neck up from anywhere.
He's one of the few fighters I've ever seen change so much from fight to fight. Yeah, it was like 18 months or whatever. He was laid off for a while, but like,
Yeah.
you watch him fight Max, and then you see him fight Korean Zombie, and it literally looks like 2 different people.
Yeah.
And not just because he cut all his hair off.
I hope he does that again. That was weird.
Bald. You get bald Ortega versus bald Volk.
You should shave his eyebrows.
It would be wild. Bro, it looked like they were shaved.
It did kind of. He looked strange.
Yeah.
I think Volkanovski probably outpoints him.
Yeah. It's hard for me to pick against Volk at this point.
Yeah.
Like, once I was really, like, analyzing him, being like, why is this motherfucker so good?
Yeah.
Like, you've got a bunch of reasons why you think that Max should have won. So now it's time to explore the other side of the argument. Why did Volkanovski win?
Yeah.
And so it's hard to pick against somebody like that who is just not going to let the other person get rolling.
Yeah.
And who was, like, known for striking before Ortega was.
Yeah, that's true. He does strike in a different and like less violent way. I think Ortega's striking is more meant to hurt you and
he throws
to try to get you out of there.
Way worse intentions, which I prefer, by the way.
Certainly, who doesn't? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like again, I just have a hard time picturing it, but then at the same time, I'm like, Ortega is so good if he hurts you. Well, and Volk has been hurt.
Yeah, I'll say here's the path to victory for Ortega. Volkanovski has been dropped.
Yeah.
If Ortega drops him, he getting choked.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to get up.
Here's a question.
He's
for you
not going to
guys.
get up easily against Ortega.
Have we seen Volkanovski against somebody that he kind of doesn't like? Because he doesn't really like. These two don't like each other a whole lot.
I mean, not really.
Him and Max kind of had a little bad
But
blood the
not,
second
like,
fight, but I don't think it
really.
was like genuine. Like,
Not like this.
To me, it
dislike for each
To
other.
me, it seemed like all business for Volk most of the time.
This seems like he doesn't like him very much. And I'm curious if, like, we'll see maybe him loading up a little bit more on shots.
I don't know, dog.
I know he's super responsible, but, like,
Maybe.
I've seen crazier, dude. I've seen elite fighters do crazy, dumb shit
He just goes out
time
there,
and time again.
goes out there and gives us full blown Cody Garbrandt.
I don't know. I could just see, like, Volkanovski, and he's asked about it all the time, too, the fact that he doesn't finish people. And now he doesn't like this guy that much. And he's been thinking about it. This fight has been, like, we've known this fight was going to happen for, like, a year.
Well, Ultimate Fighter, dog. You get a long time to hate each other.
Dude. I don't know. I'll be interested to see how they act towards each other at weigh-ins. And again, normally I don't even put much stock in that. But with Volkanovski, it's like, I just haven't seen him annoyed before. And with a guy that I think he wants to really hurt. And I think it's probably fair to assume he wants to kind of hurt Brian Ortega. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if this is not the guy, there's not going to be one.
Probably not.
He's been pretty vocal about not liking him.
Yeah. All right. Make your picks. I'm going to stay with Volkanovski, but I do think there's some value in Ortega, and I'm going to keep an eye on that line.
Volk, I think he gets it done.
Volk third round KO.
He's getting him out of there.
Get him out of there.
That'd be crazy.
Get him
If
out
you got
of
him out of there, it would be huge for his.
there. Get him out of there.
I think he needs
legacy.
it actually as a champion. He needs to finish.
Yeah,
Oh,
get him out of there.
if he
needs a
wants to
definitive-
be viewed it as which is crazy, right? Because he beat Holloway twice, and people still put Holloway over him. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Volkanovski is better than Max Holloway. Period.
People don't appreciate what he's good at, dog.
It's true. It's true.
Nobody gives a fuck if you're good at stopping somebody else's rhythm.
So I think that's why a finish would be.
Yeah, he needs
would be big for him.
He needs it for sure,
especially in a fight like this.
Well, it's just a marquee moment as champion, right? Like, you don't. It happens. It's real life, but you don't want a close decision that people feel like you didn't even win totally.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it was controversial to some people. Even I still somewhat feel like Max won the second fight, but if there's any argument at all against the fan favorite champion, like, you're gonna need a marquee moment other than that.
Yep.
To be like, I am the champion.
Yep. Totally agree.
That bald motherfucker getting it.
We got some boxing this weekend also. Usyk and Joshua will definitely be tuning in for that. We don't really need to talk about it necessarily. I guess Usyk's a pretty big underdog, but there might be some value there.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that line.
Motherfucker's technical as shit, dog.
Hey, AJ looking lean though, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He looking mad.
Is this the most like violent guy AJ's fought? Probably, right?
No.
Who's more violent?
Pull up AJ's. God damn it, because I can't think of this motherfucker's name. No. Because Usyk used to fuck people up down at cruiserweight. He's not really fucking people up at heavyweight. Which I mean,
hasn't he only had one fight?
I think he's had like 2 or 3. They're decisions. Even then, like his last couple cruiserweight fights were decisions. I believe. He's good, but most violent. The most violent motherfucker would probably be
I guess he fought Dillian White forever
I was like,
ago.
Dylan White's fucking violent, dude.
He sucks though.
That motherfucker's violent, bro, but he here to fucking bang.
Yeah, but Usyk would beat the shit out of Dillian White.
For sure. Shit. I think Usyk beat the shit out of fucking
I think he beat the shit out of almost everybody on his list. Not
him versus Andy Ruiz would
like
be
Klitschko
fun.
at this point. Klitschko's a
Klitschko's like
1,000.
60.
Yeah, he's hella old, bro.
Yeah.
And he's a college professor. Leave him alone.
No talk, real talk.
64-4, dude. That's so many boxing
Crazy,
matches.
dude.
The only reason
Crazy
Anthony beat him is because he's old.
Yeah, because he hurt Anthony Joshua super bad.
Yeah.
Punch the shit out that nigga.
Like, even 4 years before that fight happened, Anthony Joshua doesn't beat Klitschko.
Which is another reason why fucking
Egghead?
Anthony Fury. Jesus. Why did I say Anthony?
I don't know.
Had I been talking about, did I read the word
Joshua.
Anthony? Oh, Anthony
Yeah.
Joshua, yeah. Okay, thanks.
Joshua
Tyson Fury is so incredibly good.
Yeah. He does look like an egg.
He does. His head looks like an egg. And his brother's so much more attractive than him. It's absurd.
I mean,
Nah, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
apparently
bro.
Tommy's mom was baddie, bro. I don't know.
Dude, I guess.
She had to
I
be
guess.
bad as fuck.
Who are you guys taking? AJ or?
I told you I'm putting money on Usyk. I mean, I think AJ will probably win. I think AJ will be a little too big for him.
I got Anthony.
Yeah.
He lost
AJ by
to
decision.
He lost to Ruiz, but Ruiz was better than people gave him credit. So
Yeah. He didn't look that great in the second Ruiz fight either.
no, but he's still working.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm still riding with him.
I'm gonna probably
I
go
know he will get
AJ
his head
too. I
blown
guess.
off if he fights Deontay, though.
Deontay's not very good.
It's a fair
I
point.
know, but he gonna land that fucking right hand.
He might. He
gonna
could.
blow his fucking head off.
He could. He's just.
He might.
I just never been a fan.
I don't think we'll ever see that fight, to be honest.
I don't know.
I don't want to see it.
That's what I hate about boxing.
We'll never see it.
I want to see it.
We'll never see it. I don't even think we'll see. I don't know if we'll see Wilder fight again after Fury. He's old, man. What is he, like 38? What's he got to fight for
Dude,
again?
he's like 34.
I thought he was like 38.
Maybe 35. Let's look that up. I
I
don't
mean,
think
even
he's
if
that
he's
old,
35, like, what does he got to fight for?
Dude, I don't fucking know. Manny Pacquiao was 72 out there fighting against
Yeah,
fucking
but he was
Usyk.
good still.
He running for president.
Deontay
now.
Wilder was never good.
He
He's
is
35 now.
35.
So he'll be 36 when they fight. His birthday's in October. He'll be 36 when they fight again. He could be done.
Sure. Or
He won't, but
Yeah, I was like, dude, didn't you like fucking give him like Andy Ruiz or like?
Yeah, he can still fight a ton.
Joseph
He's got a
Parker.
bunch of money. He can still make fighting.
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess.
dude.
Imagine what he'd do in bare
The
knuckle.
checks are gonna get way smaller though.
Jesus Christ.
He'll never do bare knuckle. He's
That's
way
illegal.
too rich.
It was just funny. Come
Also,
on.
he'd kill someone.
He told me-
Kill somebody.
His
dude.
hand would probably explode. to be
His
fair.
hand would explode on somebody's fucking head,
It
dude.
would,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Does he win? Is that a TKO for the other guy? Because his
Probably,
hand
yeah.
is fucking hamburger.
If he's still conscious at all, yeah.
No, dude, because it's just gonna be a stump where that dude's fucking head was. Like, dude. Oh my god. You
What,
imagine getting a fucking shot off Deontay?
Not great.
I don't want to.
We got any other good cards coming up? Oh, this is the past. Upcoming.
No.
Santos Walker
Oh.
is on the 2nd.
That's a great fight. I love that a lot.
Mid.
Dern Rodriguez is a headliner. Interesting.
Oh, now that's a fight. Kenzie Dern about to get tooled up.
Vejeda, Tate. Who is that?
Who?
Caitlin Vieira versus fucking Misha Tate.
Oh, Misha
In
Tate.
the podcast.
That's a headliner?
Really?
Then we got Blachowicz, Teixeira,
What else is on that card?
Usman, and Covington T.
On Tate Vieira. What else is on that card? I need to know for science.
Tate and Vejeda.
Yeah, what else is on there?
Dude, this is trending.
Holly
towards-
Holm and Norma Dumont's the co-man.
Okay.
Okay. All right, it's already
Arlovsky,
better.
Felipe.
Oh, okay.
Volkowski.
Andrew
Again?
Sanchez, Bruno Silva, Marina Moroz, Luana Carolina, Kennedy Nchukwe.
Oh, dude, so he's gonna get tooled up for
Da-un-un.
5 minutes again and then come back and win.
Yeah,
Again.
straight up, and because Da Un Ung is the guy, or Jung is the guy
Don
to do
Jung?
that.
I
He'll
like
just
that guy.
lay on you.
I love that guy.
He's just a bear of a man.
His
Than
card's
some
already
other
better than
ones.
the
Oh,
Icon one.
Fioreau's back on that card.
Hey, okay. So there's some good
Yeah,
fights
his
on there.
card doesn't suck. Cool.
No, it's not terrible. How about the next pay-per-view, October 30th?
That's not a pay per view, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, yeah. Mm-mm.
It's like an afternoon card too, right?
Yeah, dude. Fight
That's pretty
Island.
swag. So it's like,
Dog, I need to know if they're getting paid more because I'd be hot.
I hope
I
so.
don't get pay per view points.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh no, Aljo.
The cards-
Damn, Jan doesn't
The
get
main
his money.
card's good.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Kamzat and the Leech. Volkov and Tabura.
Oh God, I'm so
Dude,
happy.
Kamzat and the Leech is like the most violent fight I could possibly think of.
Thank you,
Dude.
thank you. We've been waiting so long for this man to come back.
I hope
And
they
then
just punch
give
each
him-
other in the face at the exact same time.
All right, and then they give him the leech, bro.
It's a good
I am
fight,
about
man.
happy as shit, boy. You couldn't have announced a fight that would make me happier.
You could have like, I don't think either of them are ranked right now, and you could have made that a fight night
Leech is
main
ranked.
event.
Yeah.
Leech is ranked, sir.
Is Leech ranked?
Yeah,
14,
dude.
15,
After he,
13, 11?
I think 13th.
13, I
He
was saying.
punched the fuck out of Ponzinibbio. The fuck out of
Oh
him.
yeah,
I forgot about that.
dude, the Leech is nice with it, huh?
Dude, he's got crazy.
He's violent, bro.
He just hits so
But
hard.
then he has to
Dude,
deal with
the Leech
boars.
is just Mike Perry, but good.
Yeah, he's like the final form of Mike Perry.
He is.
Mike Perry.
And you know what? That makes sense to me, actually. Mike Perry needs to go to China. To
He
achieve
does
his
need to
final
go to
form.
China.
That would make all the sense.
Mike Perry needs to go to China.
already got the
All
no
right, this
head
podcast is
thing down.
over.